Yeah, the great Muhammad Ali, who obviously boxed in the 60s and 70s, regarded as one of the best ever, like the most iconic sports person ever, in my opinion. Um, we're talking about kind of two completely different generations here, but still interesting to talk about it. Paul, going to go to you first on this one. Bit of a wilder question because I feel like it's the generations are so different here, and we're talking about possibly the greatest heavyweight now and one of the greatest fighters ever in Muhammad Ali. So it's a real tough one to consider. But what are your thoughts on this one?
To be honest, I think this for me was one of the easier ones to predict, and I think it sounds daft, but the clue is in the nickname of Muhammad Ali, the greatest. I don't think Fury would be able to beat him. I don't see any world in which Tyson Fury could beat Muhammad Ali. I think that if you're looking at a peak Ali, around the time of, what would you say, after the listing wins and that run up before his 3-year exile, I think that I can't see any way in which Tyson Fury would beat him. Back in them days, obviously, as well, it was, the 15 rounders and stuff. So I think, and you look at Ali's powers of recovery, the times he did get hurt and the shots he did absorb in his career, if Fury did land some of his own big shots on Ali, I don't think those big shots that he took from Fraser, Foreman, and everyone else in his career, I think that, if you're looking at a peak versus peak, Tyson Fury doesn't have the power to disturb Muhammad Ali. And I think obviously it's quite interesting because Tyson, in a way, can move around really, really well, as we saw against Klitschko. But then you look at Ali, and his movement and fleet-footedness and speed was just on another level. So I think he would be able to beat Fury fairly comfortably and take him. Well, even if it was a 12 or 15 round fight, I don't care. I think Ali would win.
Okay, I'm going to pipe up here. I don't agree. I think that as great as Muhammad Ali was, if you said to me who's the better footballer, Pele or Cristiano Ronaldo, I'd say Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's nothing against Pele. It's just things move on and athletes get better and stronger, faster. People improve, not just kind of in sport, but in just kind of life as well. And I just think that's an example here. Muhammad Ali was amazing, but I just think that was 50, 60 years ago. And I just think things have changed so much in, I feel weird saying this about Tyson Fury, but in kind of sports science and athletes in general. So I personally would have had Fury beating Muhammad Ali, and I almost feel a bit guilty saying that, but it's just because things have changed so much. We're not talking about Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson era of 20, 25 years ago. We're talking about a life, pretty much a lifetime ago now. But anyway, that's not really my place. So we're going to move on. Elliot, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, I was reassured there with Paul's opinion, because me and Paul have disagreed on so many things. I thought we're going to disagree again. It's getting to the stage now where if I say to Paul, "Good afternoon," I reckon he's going to turn around and go fuck off this morning somewhere. But I think we're going to. What I would say on it is, again, it's like I like obviously Ali. It feels bad, like you're saying. You feel almost guilty saying it. But I think if you just look at it, and you look at it like, I mean, Ali was like 6'3", 206 pounds, which is only 6 pounds above the cruiserweight limit today. Stepping in to fight someone obviously like Fury 6'9", and you're looking at it going, Wilder, when we saw Wilder fight, Wilder was 6'7", 238 pounds. Looks skinny compared to Fury in some ways. And you're looking at that going, he's also got 30 pounds on Ali and 5 inches and still looks smaller. So I think for me, I'm kind of like you. I just think I see him being able to move around a bit. Obviously, I see him having some success with his hand speed and his movement, and obviously his fight fitness as well. Part of me, I just think, you feel bad saying it, will trigger a lot of people on the in the boxing fandom. But I just think I still back Tyson Fury to somehow win, and I just think it looks like by me saying this, I'm basically saying Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight there's ever put on a pair of gloves. But in the guys that we've said, I can honestly see him winning those 3 fights, and that's just how I have to say it. So I think I'm going to go Fury again, but equally I don't necessarily think he's the best thing that's ever happened. But I just think he'll beat those 3 guys.
So quickly before Greg gives his opinion, are both the Elliots saying that Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight ever?
It's hard because you look at the CV and I'm going, there's obviously a lot of patches on that CV. Like you've got the Klitschko fight, the Wilder fight, Dillian White I don't rate. So the Wilder and the Klitschko fight essentially are like your two defining career fights. So it looks a bit patchy, and you compare to those guys that have gone previously, like the Alis that fought, Fraser, Holmes, all those other guys, like Lewis, who fought like obviously the guys who are in his era as well. And that is the kind of asterisk against it. But if you're going to ask me, can I name someone who would definitely beat Tyson Fury? Not someone I definitely could say would definitely beat him, no. And I think that's when you sit back and think of it like that, it makes it, I don't know whether I'm saying yes or no, but I'm not going to sit here and go, yes, he's amazing, sign me up, GK for life. But at the same time, I struggle to see anyone beating him.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because Fury, in my opinion, Fury needs to beat the other best heavyweights of his generation, and he's not done that yet. And also at the same time, I'd have loved to have seen, a Lennox. If Lennox Lewis was in his prime now? I would love to see Mike Tyson in his prime now. And part of and as I said, the main reason why I'm picking him over Ali is because it was just such a different generation. Things have changed and improved so much. But I think it's a bit premature to call Fury the best heavyweight of all time, in my opinion. Greg, going to come in towards the end of this now, but keen to know your opinion on this one.
Never been so grateful not to talk there. I was enjoying that. I'll just throw a cat in amongst the pigeons. I don't think Tyson Fury is currently the best heavyweight in the world, never mind of all time, so make it that way you will. Age might slow down. We'll see. I'm telling you guys now, see if the fight gets made tomorrow, Usyk's outpointing him. Trust me, I told you about AJ, I'm telling you now about Fury. But to get back on to the point, Ali, I actually agree with Paul Kelly, and the reason I do it is because I totally agree with what Elliot Stott said there. Time moves on, everything changes, heavyweights change, but the attributes that Muhammad Ali brought are not, they would still work in today's game. He hit, he moved, he was quick, he got out the way, he was clever, he threw punches and combinations. We're talking about height sometimes, but we forget some instances now. I'm not comparing it in this way at all, but I think we're forgetting about David Haye versus Nikolai Valuev. Like, David Haye was tiny. I mean, what was Valuev, 24 stone, 7 foot or something, like crazy? Yes, he didn't have the movement Tyson Fury had given. Just think that Muhammad Ali he does everything that Tyson Fury does, except just a little bit better. And I don't know if you guys knew this from, I know from competing, it's a well-known thing. It's harder to punch down the way than it is up the way. So if Tyson Fury's fighting Muhammad Ali and he's punching down the way, it's easier than fighting a big guy like Wilder who's only a little bit down. I mean, you're fighting a guy at 6'3" who's moving like, I don't know, like a chicken, trying to get in and out of you, So it's difficult because of the generations, but I think Muhammad Ali does everything that Tyson Fury does, except just a little bit better. So I just see Muhammad Ali outpointing him. But again, I totally agree with you two that it's very hard because of the generational thing. I just think that Muhammad Ali's attributes, they would still work now. A heavyweight that hits and moves and is not there, but yeah, it's a tough one. I feel like we're all going to need a cup of tea after this. I can feel tension.